Hey everybody, welcome back to this A2 English listening practice video. You can use this video to train your listening and comprehension as I speak. You ready? So, today I am going to tell you a story about a day in my life. Specifically, I want to talk about cooking and food. Food is a huge part of our lives. We eat every day, usually 3 times a day. But cooking is different. Cooking is a process. Sometimes it is easy, and sometimes it is hard. In this story, I will take you through my morning breakfast, my trip to the grocery store, and finally, making a big dinner. So, sit back, relax, and let's start the story. My day always begins in the kitchen. The kitchen is the heart of my house. When I wake up, I am usually very sleepy. I am still a little bit drowsy. Drowsy means that I am sleepy and not fully awake yet. My eyes feel heavy. So, the first thing I do is make coffee. I love the process of making coffee. I take the coffee beans and I put them into a machine to grind them. The machine makes a loud noise, but I like it. After a few minutes, the hot water mixes with the coffee beans. Then a beautiful smell fills the room. We call this smell the aroma. The aroma is the strong, pleasant smell that comes from food or drinks. The coffee aroma wakes me up. It smells like energy. While I drink my coffee, I think about breakfast. I usually want something simple. I don't want to cook a big meal in the morning. So I decide to make oatmeal. Oatmeal is a very common breakfast in the UK and the US. It is made from oats and hot water or milk. I put a small pot on the stove. I pour in some milk and add the oats. I have to stir it constantly. To stir means to mix the food in a circle with a spoon. If I do not stir the oatmeal, it will burn. I stir it slowly for about 5 minutes. I like my oatmeal to be sweet, but not too sweet. So I add some fruit. Today I am adding blueberries and bananas. I slice the banana into small circles. I drop the blueberries on top. Finally, I add a little bit of honey. This breakfast is very nutritious. Nutritious means that the food is good for your health. It has vitamins and energy for your body. It is a healthy start to the day. I sit at my table, look out the window, and eat my warm oatmeal. I feel ready to start my day. It is now 11 a.m. I look in my refrigerator and I see a problem. My refrigerator is almost empty. I have no vegetables, no meat, and no milk. I need to go to the grocery store. I grab my reusable bags and I drive to the supermarket. I like going to the supermarket when it is quiet. Today, there are not many people there. It is very peaceful. First, I go to the produce section. The produce section is where they keep the fresh fruits and vegetables. Everything looks very colorful. I see red apples, orange carrots, and green lettuce. Today, I want to buy avocados. I love avocados, but it is hard to find a good one. I pick up an avocado and squeeze it gently. It is hard as a rock. This means it is not ripe. When a fruit is ripe, it is ready to eat. It is soft and sweet. If it is not ripe, you cannot eat it yet. I check 5 different avocados. Finally, I find one that is perfect. It is a little bit soft, so I know it is ripe. Next, I walk down the aisle. An aisle is the long walkway between the shelves in a store. I walk down the pasta aisle. There are so many choices. There is spaghetti, penne, and macaroni. I decide to buy spaghetti. Then I need to buy some spices. Spices are very important for cooking. Spices are things like salt, pepper, cumin, and paprika. They give the food flavor. Without spices, food can taste bland. Bland means the food has no flavor. It is boring. I do not like bland food. So, I buy a jar of garlic powder and some black pepper. Finally, I go to the checkout counter to pay. The cashier scans my items. Beep, beep, beep. I put my groceries into my bags. The bags are very heavy. Heavy is the opposite of light. The bags weigh a lot because I bought a lot of food. I carry the heavy bags to my car and drive home. Now I am ready to cook a real dinner. It is evening now. The sun is going down. It is time to cook dinner. Tonight, I want to make something special. I want to make spaghetti bolognese. This is a pasta dish with a red meat sauce. It is an Italian recipe, but it is very popular all over the world. Cooking a big dinner takes time. It requires patience. First, I need to prepare the ingredients. Ingredients are the different food items you need to make a dish. My ingredients are onions, carrots, beef, tomatoes, and pasta. I start by washing the vegetables. Hygiene is important. Then, I take a sharp knife and a cutting board. I need to chop the onions. To chop means to cut something into very small pieces. Chop, chop, chop. I have to be careful not to cut my finger. Also, chopping onions makes me cry. My eyes water, but I continue chopping. Next, I turn on the stove. I put a large pan on the heat. I pour in some olive oil. When the oil is hot, I put the onions and carrots into the pan. They make a loud sound. Sss. This sound is called sizzling. Sizzling is the sound of food cooking in hot oil. It sounds delicious. After the vegetables are soft, I add the meat. I cook the meat until it is brown. Then I add the tomato sauce. Now the sauce needs to cook for a long time. I lower the heat. I let the sauce simmer. To simmer means to cook slowly on low heat. The sauce bubbles very gently. It needs to simmer for 30 minutes to taste good. While the sauce simmers, I boil the water for the pasta. I fill a big pot with water and add a lot of salt. People say the pasta water should taste like the ocean. When the water boils, I drop in the spaghetti. Cooking can sometimes be chaotic. Chaotic means crazy and disorganized. There are many things happening at the same time. The sauce is bubbling, the water is boiling, and I am trying to clean the kitchen. But I like this feeling. I feel like a professional chef. Finally, the pasta is done. I drain the water. I mix the pasta with the red sauce. The color is beautiful. It is deep red and steaming hot. I put a large amount of pasta on a plate and sprinkle some cheese on top. Dinner is served. I take my plate to the dining table. I sit down and take a deep breath. The aroma fills the room again. It smells like garlic and tomatoes. I take the first bite. It is delicious. The pasta is cooked perfectly, and the sauce is rich and flavorful. It is not bland at all. I feel very satisfied. Satisfied means I am happy and I have everything I need. My hunger is gone. Usually, I eat dinner with my family. We talk about our day. We talk about work, or news, or plans for the weekend. Eating together is a social time. It is nice to share food with people you love. But there is one problem with cooking. After you eat, you have to clean. The kitchen is a mess. There are dirty pots, dirty pans, and dirty plates everywhere. Washing dishes is a chore. A chore is a boring job that you must do around the house, like cleaning or doing laundry. I do not like this chore. I wish I had a magic wand to clean the kitchen instantly. But I do not have magic. So I stand at the sink. I use warm water and soap. I scrub the pots. I dry the plates. It takes about 20 minutes to clean everything. However, even though I hate cleaning, I am grateful. Grateful means I am thankful. I am thankful that I have food to eat. I am thankful that I have a kitchen to cook in. Many people in the world do not have enough food, so I should not complain about washing dishes. After the kitchen is clean, I am tired. I cooked, I ate, and I cleaned. I put the leftovers in the fridge. Leftovers are the extra food that you did not finish eating. I will eat the leftovers for lunch tomorrow. Leftover pasta often tastes better the next day. I turn off the lights in the kitchen. The day is over. I am full and happy. So that is my story about cooking. It is a simple story, but it happens almost every day. Cooking is a skill. As I said before, sometimes I cook well, and sometimes I make mistakes. But the most important thing is to try. What about you? Do you like to cook? Or do you prefer to go to restaurants? What is your favorite thing to cook for dinner? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me if you like cooking or if you think it is just a difficult chore. I read all your comments and I love hearing from you. Thank you for listening to this English practice story. I hope it helped you learn some new words about food and daily life. I will see you in the next video. Bye.